on track 5 of side A. So this is the last track off the new album Die Happy, and it's called Domino.
So this song starts off with a choir piece. This again is kind of it's another interlude, right? These are interludes actually. One of the things about the interludes is that they aren't available on Spotify or any of the DSPs. So this will be download only or on the vinyl or the cassette tapes, CDs, any of that. Which and that was. It just doesn't make sense to put this stuff on Spotify and then it shows up and it's like, what's this like lost tape or this choir piece that shows up out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you're listening to one of our old tracks. So it's one of the things that we had to kind of deal with this new album when making a concept album with all this storytelling. All the storytelling is actually only available on the record. So that's something I think that you should know if you want to have these pieces. That's the only way you get it. There will be digital versions on Bandcamp or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I was gonna say this one kind of touches on the mental health, which is the whole album is.
we were talking about the depersonalization, derealization disorder. This is just how it feels. You're just like going down like a domino. And so in the intro, I talk about like I went to the doctors and he says everything's fine, all that kind of stuff. That was real. I had such severe anxiety, or the feelings were so big that there had to be something physically wrong with me to explain them. So I was going to the doctor.
Like you were literally like, I think I have.
I got tested.
I think I have this.
Brain cancer.
Yeah.
I had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
I thought I had dementia. I literally got mental, like one of those mental clarity tests that old people get if they're getting dementia, because I was like, I don't know. And everything's coming out right. And they're like, oh, you're fine. And I'm like, I can't be fine. These feelings are too massive. And then just come to find, that's why I wanted to do this album as a concept about DPDR, to create awareness around it, because if you know, then you can kind of like, then you can, there's lots of resources out there to kind of get stuff done, but it's not really, in the DSP or whatever. This breakdown, I didn't have any of the lyrics done. Yeah. And so that was something that we sat in the studio and did together.
Because sometimes, a lot of the songs written in the studio, but when you get in the studio, it's not fully complete. So this one, just the lyrics weren't completed.
Yeah.
With the day you were recording.
Yeah, I was recording.
Yeah,
we sat down, with Chris and you and I, and we're just all with pens, and I was like, here's the cadence I want to say. And we're going through the thesaurus and that kind of stuff, and then wrote that whole build-up bridge with my face in the mud, trying to crawl my way out. That big scream there. It was all done on the fly. This kind of goes down into, sitting back down into the song, and there's just too many days like this. And when I use the word 7 deadly sins, it's just more about like the turmoil that you're putting yourself through, and this repeating cycle of circling the drain, and just putting a number on it, and and giving it the domino and on the balloon logo, and then on the single art all has 7 dots for the 7 deadly sins. A little Easter egg for you guys. There's another one of those layers with the guitar, where it comes in and where I layer.
With his vocals, yeah.
This part's like my favorite. Just has that sinking feeling. Anyways, it's a lot, but it's part of the process of, moving forward and getting out. So now that we're halfway through this album, we kind of start switching modes a little bit. So I guess we'll see you.
We have 5 more.
5 more, yeah. So thanks for listening.